Well, the U.S. presidential election's got some good news. The owner of the
Hi,
Florida
I'm
Panthers.
Daryl. People often ask
Oh,
who plays
zip it,
Daryl in the
zip
same
it,
outfit.
zip it, zip it, zip it, zip it, zip it. Okay. Uh, Panthers owner Vincent Viola, Vinny Viola. My favorite person, as anybody who's been following recent activities with the Florida Panthers, you know that Viola is on my list of favorite people. He ultimately made the decision to fire Gerard Gallant. It was him who decided that Talon shouldn't be GM anymore, that Tom Rowe was better suited to that. It was him that decided that we can go full on analytics. So if he becomes Secretary of the Army, or whatever that term is, apparently that will take him out of his day to day role with the Panthers. And also, rumor has it Dale Talon has resumed um, a role he shouldn't have lost, which is being in charge of decisions with the roster and decisions with the team, the day-to-day functions. So maybe Viola's realizing he made a mistake, or maybe Viola realized he was on his way out and there's somebody else calling the shots in Florida, and maybe the Panthers are going to dig their way out of this. Um, put Dale Talon back in charge. Um, Tom Rowe can be coach, assistant GM. Give Talon back the general manager spot, and I guarantee Florida will get better. Talon took a lot of flack when he was in Chicago for I'm trying to remember exactly how it went, but he ended up not submitting qualifying offers for restricted free agents on time, and it was a clerical error that was his error, and they ended up having to pay a lot of guys a lot more money than they would have if not for Dale Talon's screw up. This is part of what led to Dale Talon being out in Chicago. And Chicago's not hurting with Stan Bowman in charge. But Talon deserves a lot of credit for what the Blackhawks became, for what the Blackhawks are. And he seemed to be on the track to doing the same for Florida. Now, would they have fallen back with the regime in control in the roster they had last year? Maybe. Maybe they would have. Certainly, the analytical people say, okay, well, Colorado fell back. Calgary fell back. Florida was due to fall back too. I just think that if Florida were to put Talon back in charge, I think some personnel decisions would be made that would be wise for the team right now. And I've discussed Florida a few times in the last few weeks, of course, because they're in the news. And it is kind of surreal to me that the owner of the Panthers is being tapped for a secretary position within the U.S. government in charge of the Army. I'm not saying he's not qualified at all. It's weird to me. But the guy is replacing at Hockey Ties as well from Philly. So there's a precedent there. This isn't exactly breaking brand new ground, but it does affect the Florida Panthers. And the Panthers will try to minimize it publicly. And oh, no, this isn't going to change anything. But it does. At least in the short term, it does. Um, I always sort of cringe when non-sports guys, whether it's a guy who's not a hockey guy running a hockey team, a non-baseball guy running a baseball team. I mean, how many years were the New York Yankees micromanaged by Steinbrenner before he finally let them play? And then the team gets way better, and Steinbrenner looks like a genius. Um, it's never good when a manager is overstepping, or when a president, an owner, is overstepping his bounds. Never a good idea. When an owner is basically stating, "Oh, I can manage better than my general manager," if he can, then he hired the wrong guy, and if he didn't hire him, he needs to hire a different guy. And same thing with the coach. But if you've hired the right general manager, and you sit down with him and you say, all right, I don't know the direction this team's going in right now. I've been keeping track of these players that I think should be playing more. What do you think? Go to your general manager. Don't jump the gun. And that's That's what Florida did when the decision was made to fire Gerard Gallant, which was a mistake. It was a mistake. Um, it was a stupid maneuver made by a team that can make the playoffs because their division is not overly difficult, but it's not going to be easy, and they got to leapfrog a few teams to get in there. I definitely think that with Viola, he'll be confirmed by the Senate. I mean, it's not there's. I really can't see anything going on right now with these people Trump's nominating other than them being confirmed. There have to be some kind of a dramatic event for these people not to be confirmed because the Republicans control the House and the Senate, and everybody seems to want to make nice right now. So Viola will be the guy who's in charge of the army, and I think the Panthers will be better off for it. I genuinely do. I think that Florida. Oh, god awful noise. That's my phone. My phone makes that noise every time someone makes a comment on the channel. Sometimes I turn it up because of where I am, and I forget to turn it back down, which is my bad, of course. There, that'll take care of that. And it's just eBay letting me know that hockey cards dropped in price. But yeah, in terms of Florida, it looks like things could get better for them now. I hope so. And I say that as a guy who genuinely wanted Florida to win the playoffs. I say that as a huge fan of Roberto Luongo, a guy who wants to see him win a championship before he retires. And the odds of it are getting more and more slim by the day, but I'd like to see it happen. It was a shame it didn't happen in Vancouver. They were one game away, but you know, maybe Florida is a Cinderella team to be again, as they were 20 years ago. Anyways, let me know in the comments what you think. I will be I'm home a little earlier than normal today, so I will be aiming for 3 videos today. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you're just browsing through, hit like and subscribe. Hang around, hang out. Channel's definitely growing at a pretty decent rate right now. I'm actually pretty happy with that. And again, I will be posting at least 2 more videos, and I got stickers that I have to put up. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with all these stickers that I've got. I got hockey stickers, and I seem to have hockey logos everywhere, so I need to figure out what to do with stickers. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will talk to y'all again soon.